Previous video, I hopefully gave you more of an intuition behind how to describe a vector more mathematically. We thought of it as a heading for me to get home from point P to point Q. Now, let's think of two different islands. Or, you know what, we can think of the same two islands. This is, oops, sorry, it doesn't look. Let's say, yeah, let's think of two different islands, just for variation, okay? This is the point A, and island A, and this is island B, all the way up here, okay? And if some villager, say I was trapped on island A and I want to get home to island B, I would ask some villager of island A and say, hey, how do I get home to island B? He's going to tell me, sail maybe some distance, and that's the length of this arrow. And it's going to give me some angle theta to sail at, and that's going to be relative to the east direction. So yeah, we covered that in the last video. And also we can denote this as the vector AB. Don't forget how to denote, how to describe the notation for a vector. Now, what if I wanted to describe this vector in a different way? Notice how this vector is placed in such a way that its tail begins at A and it ends at the point B. What if I thought about another vector with the same length as AB, and it has the same angle theta, has the same heading? But the only difference is that it begins at the origin. So I'll try to draw another vector that's identical to AB. So yeah, these vectors are the same. They have the same length and they have the same direction. The only difference is that this vector, I'll denote it with the name V. This vector begins at the origin. That's the only difference. It has the same angle theta. And the distance between this point and this point is the same distance between A and B. The only difference is that V begins at the origin. So what's the point of this? Well, we say that the vector V is in standard position because it begins at the origin. So let me write that down for you, just so it becomes concrete. So standard position. And of course, here's the criteria for a vector to be in standard position. A vector is said to be in standard position if its tail begins at the origin or is at the origin, is at the origin. If it begins at the origin, or if its tail is at the origin. Okay, let me just show you again. Vector AB begins at point A, and point A is not the origin, so it's not in standard position. It does not meet the criteria for standard position. Vector V, on the other hand, is said to be in standard position because its tail is at the origin. Its tail is the origin. So yeah, you meet the criteria. So we say V is in standard position and vector AB is not in standard position.